Hi all and welcome back. In today's Dynamo script we'll be building a script in which we'll be able to automatically place columns at all the intersection of the grids. Now you can change this up a little bit in two ways. We're going to do use a search function to get the specific column that we want at the grid intersection. And in this script, like I said, we'll be getting all the grids. If you only want specific grids, you can change that up too. So it doesn't really matter which way you kind of do these methods. I'm only going to show the all grids using a search function. But I'll tell you how to change it, how you can change it along the way. So first thing that we need, we'll start with the actual main node of the script, which is the family instance by point and level. So this one will get the family type, it will place it at a point, and it will place it at a level. So let's get the family type. So obviously our family that we want to place are structural columns. A little bit slow today. Structural grids. Again, structural columns. Columns, structural, ST, structural columns. All right. Now we want all elements of all this category. So all family types of category. Family types of category. There we go. Let's plug that in there, and there we go. There are only 4 different types of columns in this project. Obviously, if you have more, a lot more will show up. If you use the family type drop-down list, so this is why I said we're kind of using the search function, because if you have a lot of columns, or even a lot of just in general a lot of families within your project, it can take a while to kind of wade through that whole list to get the one that you want. In this case, I know which one I want. Like I said, there's only a few in this project, and generally when I go around, to put these columns in, I generally know what column that I want to use to put in there. So we want to filter out these columns now. So we want filter, my caps is on. Filter by bull mask. Let's plug our list into there. Now we want to turn all these elements here into a string from object, so we can search for contains, string contains. Plug our strings into there. Let's get a string node. This is the one that we'll search. We'll probably won't do that now. Let's just go Boolean, so we can ignore the case of the search. So let's say we want to search for this 600 by 750. So all I need to type in is 750. Let's connect the bool output there to the mask, and you can see in our in list is the 750. Now the only thing you have to watch out for is, say you want to search for this one here, but use the 600 number in the family type name. What's going to happen is, because it's just going to match all the families that have 600 in it, it's going to pull up this one as well in the in list. So the thing is here is, use this if you know exactly which one, or the type that you want to use. In this case, I should be able to just type type 600 millimeters. Oh, I think I have the ignore. There we go. And that will bring that one up in case instead of this one, because it does match that exact case. But before I was using a general search, what you call it, a general search name, and obviously it's pulled up these two elements that have 600 in it. Like I said, the other way is you can use a family, the drop-down list to search through all the families within the project, but that can be, that can take you a while if you've got a lot of different families within this project. So that's that's the main, I guess, workflow there to get your family type. Let's plug that into our in list. So the next one is point and levels. Now let's do the levels because that's pretty simple. Oh. So we want levels, and let's set that to level 0. This is just using the default kind of template. So that's level 0. Now we want to get the point. So we want to get the point of all the intersections at these grids. So we'll start off by using categories again. And this time we want grids. Grids. Oh, not generic models. Grids. Now we want all elements in all elements of category. So we want all the grids in this category. And there's all the grids. Like I said here at the start of the video, you can, if you only want specific grids, you can use the select model elements. I think I need to put caps in there for it to work. I do. It's a pain. Yes, as well. So we can use either one of these two, or you can do the pick tool. Doesn't really matter. So you don't need categories and all elements of the categories. You can just use that. But in this case, in this video, like I said, we're going to get all grids and place it at all grid intersections. So next we need grid curve. So we need to lay out the grids here. So let's switch this to, there we go. So we want to get the curve of all these grids, and then we want the intersection. So geometry intersect. There we go. So we want to place all the grid curves into this node. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place the curve output into both of these here. Now what this is going to do is the way it's going to get all these curves, it's going to use, obviously we have it set to auto, but we don't want it set to auto. We want it set to cross product. So you can kind of see here, when we have it set to, let me just move this. There we go. So when we have it set to auto, I guess, if you set it to any of the other shortest, same, or, longest, it's the same, we get this result here, and you can kind of see all it's doing, it's highlighting is the grid curves, or the lines, and you can kind of see in our project here. But the thing is, we want the actual points, the intersection points. And when we switch this, you can kind of see automatically, when we switch this to cross product, it's actually putting these, dot markers now at the intersection of the grids. So we're going to make sure this is set to cross product. And like I said, you'll be able to tell it's actually picked up the intersection because it'll place all these dots at these intersections. Now the thing is though, since we've got all these points, it's also brought in all these empty lists, all these other lines in this list, which we don't want, because obviously over here we want to just output the point. So what we're going to do now, let's flatten this list. And let's do use level, so at level 4. So now we've got all of this list condensed into the one list. But obviously we still have lines and points all mixed in to this, so we still need to filter that out. So what we'll do, let's grab the search function over here. So we want the filter by bool mask, string from object. Let's copy and paste that. Alright, so now let's plug our list into the list here. Now for this one here, for the string, you can keep the string if you want. Since we're not really going to change this, I'll just use a code block. And let's plug this in there. So basically we want to search for, I have a line in there. I guess I can do point. Actually, sorry. No, we don't want point. Sorry, that's why I had line. It's all coming back to me. I built this a while ago, so we want line, and let's plug our string in from our object to the actual flattened list. So now if we come over here, we can see that it's sorted into lines and points. Now if we search for point like we did before, you can see in the line it's actually got point in the name as well. So we don't want point, we want to search for line. And now obviously, because we are searching for line, that's made all the in list, all the lines, and all our points have been spat out to the out list. So maybe let's just switch that off automatic for a second. Let's plug this in, because what we're also going to do now is obviously if we left that on automatic, if I hit run now, it's going to place all those columns at a point. But what we want to actually do now is let's so obviously we've given the columns a base point, so that's our level. But let's also tell it to set the top I guess level for that column to connect into. So let's get element set parameter by name. I don't know if I have the springs one. I do like the springs one better than that. Set parameter. Sorry, not the springs. Rhythm. I do forget where it is. elements set parameter. There we go. Alright, so elements set parameter value by name, which is case sensitive. So let's get our family instance and plug that into element. Now let's get a code block. Let's say the instance that the parameter that we want to change is the top level parameter. And let's get our levels again. Levels. Let's say, let's go up to level 2. Alright. So now we got all that in. We'll hit run. Oh, I think we've got something here. Okay, so I think we've missed a step. I think I know what I've done. So let's just move that all aside. There's one node that I forgot to place in here. So when we want this prune duplicates. So what you can see here is all these points. Now let me just plug that in there. I'll show you what it actually does. Let's freeze this and let's hit run. Oh, sorry, mistake there. So I've plugged it into the in list. We want it actually from the out list because that's where our points are. Alright, so we can see here there are 12 points within this, 13 points within this list, but we got 26 here. So we've actually culled all the duplicates in this list, which was giving us the error before. Let's unfreeze this and let's run, and here we go. Got all of our columns now inserted in up to level 2 at each intersection of this of these grids. So that's it. I mean, I guess you can add more parameters on here if you want to change, like if you want to give the columns an offset, maybe even a rotation on the grid. Up to you. But for starting places, putting these columns at the grid intersections, this is kind of your base kind of start. You can do a lot more with it. Generally, I kind of come in a second time with, I just select the ones that I need if I have to rotate it or something. But generally, as a good base start, this is where I start from. And it doesn't have to be columns. I guess at whatever intersections you want. You can put another family instance that you want in there. Depending what your needs are. I basically use this only for pretty much the columns at the grids. I mean, pretty much most of the time anyway, when we set up grids, we've already had the columns in place. But if we have to do maybe a blanket wipe of, change all the columns or something, or if this is coming from, if you're tracing it from maybe like an AutoCAD drawing and you draw in the grids, then you'll place all you can use this script to place then all the grids, all the columns at those grids. So pretty, like I said, pretty handy tool. You can do, like I said, change the method of searching for what you want, change the method of, if you want all the grids, certain amount of grids, or even like I said, change the parameters of those structural families when you put them in, so you don't have to come back through after and do it. So thanks all for watching. Hope I'll catch you in the next video, and till then, thank you and see you.